Hi guys, it's me Christy, and I have a book haul to show you. Remember when I said, oh, I really hope I don't buy more books? Well, yeah. Okay, so without further ado, I'm just gonna say that the first batch of books I'm gonna show you are actually purchased from my best friend Kara, who was having a sort of home rummage sale in her apartment, and she wanted to get rid of some books, and then she showed me a couple pictures of the books she was selling, and then I picked these, and when she came over back to town, she brought them with her. So I'm gonna show them to you, and then the next batch are books I bought for myself that I sort of couldn't help buying. So okay, the first is a trilogy. It's called The Shield, Sword, and Crown by Hilari. I've read another series by Hilari, and she's a really good writer, especially for fantasy, in my opinion. So I was really excited when I found more of her stuff, or rather that my friend had some of her stuff. I was gonna borrow it, but then now I own it, so that's great. So the first book is The Shield of Stars, the book 1 in the trilogy, and then the next one is The Sword of Waters. This one is hardbound and it's beautiful. And then the third book is Crown of Earth. I just love how they look like paintings, and it's just so beautiful, and I'm really excited to read these. I'm planning to binge read them when I have the chance. Then the next book I got is The Agency. I think this is a book 2 or 3 or something, but it's a mystery. It's like steampunk-ish. It's called The Body at the Tower by Y.S. Lee. Looks like this. It's covered in plastic, from a library. It's in pretty good condition still. So yeah, that's really all I have to say about this one. I just got it because the cover was pretty and I got interested. And I'm usually partial to Victorian steampunk stories. This one has a lead girl on the cover, and it's the Victorian steampunk, so okay. The next one I'm really excited because I've been looking all over for this and I couldn't find it anywhere except with my best friend. So it's called Ender's Shadow by Orson Scott Card. This takes place, this is the story of Bean, Ender's right-hand man, I think. So yeah, because I read the first 4 Ender's books, so yes, I finally have this, and I can't wait to read it. I'm just sort of hesitant because when I was reading Ender's Game before, the whole series, it was really more so. The first book was science fiction. The rest of the series was philosophy and science fiction, and it hurt my brain. So I'm just trying to be you're stronger than this. Expand your reading tastes and range and stuff. So that's what I'm trying to do. If you hear banging, by the way, there is construction going on across the hall from me. My sister's gonna be moving in, so they're renovating the room. I'm gonna have roommates, yay! I don't know, I kind of like being alone, but now I won't be alone because my sister and her hubby will be moving in. Yay. Okay. So the next batch of books that I picked up for myself that I couldn't help is The Darkest Part of the Forest by Holly Black. And I've been wanting to read this ever since I saw a lot of people talking about it last year or the year before that on BookTube, and I was like, when am I gonna get to you? And finally it showed up in my bookstore, and I know that whenever I read Holly Black, he's actually really quick. It looks like it's chunky sometimes, or that it's thick or whatever, but it's actually, she's a surprisingly easy author to read. So if you just want to read one story and it's not going to be a trilogy or whatever, I suggest Holly Black. And I like how she goes for kind of really creepy themes and she just delivers. So yeah, the next book I got is How to Be Good by Nick Hornby. I see a lot of his stuff in my normal bookstore, but it's expensive, and this one was a lot cheaper, so I decided just to pick one just to see if I like him or not, and if I don't, then I don't have to buy the rest, or I don't have to feel bad that I spent too much on it. That's what that's what I sort of do once in a while. If I'm reading a new author, or if I know it's a series I may not like, or that I'm not sure about, I usually just buy one book and then see if I like the author or not. And yeah, that's about it. Except that doesn't always go with like the fact that I've been buying entire series, whether without knowing whether I like the author or not. But I'm trying to change. I'm trying not to buy all the books, but it's hard because booktube hype, you know. So yeah, I'm working on that for my own personal self. Because the next book I'm going to show is actually book 4, right? Contradicting. Okay, book 4 by Catherynne Valente, The Boy Who Lost Fairyland. Apparently, I bought this because good thing I had my phone with me at the time. Turns out, this story doesn't actually follow the first 2 books, which is about September, it's the lead girl. So, or the other guy, I think, the other boy. So, I'm okay with that, because I think I can pretty much start sort of fresh with this. But I'm going to be reading the first 2, The Girl Who Circumnavigated Fairyland and The Girl Who Fell Beneath Fairyland, with Paper Fairy this month, and I'm so excited. And yeah, maybe I'll read this too, because it's nice, and I've waited so long for this series. So, and I just know it's my type of book. And then the next one I heard was funny and that people got through it in like one whole sitting. And it's also a movie, and it's called Me, Earl, and the Dying Girl by Jesse Andrews. And I thought it was actually like a surprise to find this, because it's floppy. It's brand new. It's so clean, which you don't always get in a used bookstore. So the moment I saw it, I just grabbed it and then I just bought it. And I'm also looking forward to watching the movie of this. And the last book, the book that has the most hype, or rather, the most hype before Lady Midnight, and that is Truthwitch by Susan Dennard. I usually like fantasy, so this isn't a problem for me. I just hope it's worth the hype, because naturally I spent money on it. But yeah, so I hope it's worth the hype. It was reviewed by Sarah J. Maas. I like Throne of Glass, I like Assassin's Blade, so maybe I'll like this. Cross my fingers that I like it. So that's it. Those are all the books that I bought in the month of March, but I'm calling this my April haul. And yeah, so have you read any of these? Do you want to read any of these? Like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, if you want to see more of my videos. Thank you for watching, thank you for sticking around, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!